Hi there. My name is Adiola Kingsley James. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I'm sighing heavy because I think of the topic that I want to talk about today. But before I go in there, please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. You know, subscribe to this channel now so that we can bring you more content and bring more people on here. I also want you to click on the notification bell so that you get my videos first. And finally, please share me with other people so that when it does something good for you, it can help other people as well. We're reaching 10 billion people, my dears, starting with you. That's our mandate, or that's our promise. That's our vision and mission, to reach 10,000 people and bring wholesomeness into every home. Yes? So today I want to talk about trust in a relationship, be it a marriage, a friendship, or a romantic relationship. It's a topic that I think is a bit of a touchy one, but I think the first thing that I'm going to talk about around trust is that people need to earn your trust. Now, a lot of times we get into relationships. I think that there are levels of trust. And when I first meet somebody, so for example, I meet a guy, I don't know him, so I cannot trust him immediately. Not because he's a bad person, but I cannot give him my absolute trust because I don't know him yet. So that's the first level. We're meeting ourselves, we're getting to know each other, we decide that we like each other enough. Then maybe the next level would then be you saying, okay, now that we're at a point where, okay, maybe we want to have a relationship, let's talk. Let's talk about you, let's talk about me, let's get to know each other a little bit more. At that level also, I'm not giving you 100% trust either. Maybe I'm increasing it a little bit because now I know a little bit more about you. I know where you work. I know what you do. Hopefully, you've been honest through this process. Now, this is also believing that I'm not carrying maybe a possible negative past into this relationship. This is on a clean slate. Because a lot of people mumble all kinds of things. We bring our old relationships into the new. So I'm saying clean slate. Maybe first relationship, no baggage. The next level will probably be, we really want to now take this to the next level and say, okay, so we're now exclusive, right? This is you and I. There's more, we'll spend more time because there's something that goes with spending time with somebody and being in the person's presence. You can see the mannerisms, you can see how they react when they're angry or when they're irritated. You're beginning to see more of these things. You're beginning to realize that, okay, where they say they work, they work. What they say they do, they do. Who they say they are, they are. And then you can now possibly get to the point where you now say, okay, this person has worked through, and not just that. Before I go to the next level, when they say I will be there, they are there. Because a lot of times we close our eyes to those things. When people say, oh, I'll see you at 7. And at 7, you don't see them. They don't call you. They don't text you. You don't hear from them till the following day. And then the following day, they act as though nothing happened without actually starting with an apology or saying, really giving you a reason why they didn't show up the night before. Those are the things that will make you add things up to know whether I can give this person unconditional trust. But most times, people start from part 4, dashing people unconditional trust without knowing them. And so when they now see them do certain things, they're like, but you said, yeah, they said it doesn't mean that what they say is what they do, right? So we give people implicit trust from the beginning. When we haven't tested and tried the things that they said, we haven't gotten to know them better to know that they're actually telling you the truth. So people then get very heartbroken at this point. And then, of course, then it lingers and then it goes into the next relationship. Now, let's even say that you're not going to get married. You have to marry somebody that you know. You have to marry somebody that you have looked at, you have studied. They have earned your trust by them saying the things, being, integrity. Having integrity is one of their values, right? We make that big mistake by just trusting people and believing that, oh, this person is light skinned, so they must be light is right. No, light ain't right. This person is a church goer, so because he's a pastor, then he must be telling the truth. No, pastors are first men before they're of God, so they lie too. And so you will find out that because you haven't done your due diligence in checking out the parameters. First of all, even if you even have parameters, do you know you should? So you then don't put those parameters in place. You then say, oh, this person hurt me, this person broke my trust. No, they didn't. You gave it to them on a platter without them earning it. And you didn't check them out before saying, I know this person. You know, we're so quick to say, that's my friend, that's my friend. What's the person's surname? I don't know. Where's the person from? I don't know. Is that person really your friend? Or is that person an acquaintance? You know? So for me, it's different levels. And I can go so deep into saying, okay, for you to trust a man or trust a woman in a relationship, in a marriage. But I think that that would just be treating a symptom. I think the fundamental challenge is that right from the very beginning, which is the root, we don't actually check people out and do our due diligence to know really whether we can trust what people are saying or not. Now, can you have the same trust that God has in us? I trust that you'll do what's right. Yes, but does that mean that we do what's right? No, but He trusts us. So it's the same thing. You're going to have to look at other people. Yes, you want to give that blanket trust that I trust that people will always do right by me, but doesn't mean that they always will. So before you give people unconditional trust, it has to be tried and tested before you give them unconditional trust. Don't meet people and say, oh, because I was lonely, I gave him my body, and then you are feeling bad. He said all the things you wanted to hear. Did that make him honest? And did you check him out to be sure that what he said was who he said he was and where he said he came from? There's so many things that we don't look at. We so overlook these things. So for trusting, you also need to trust yourself that you will choose right for you. But people really need to earn it. And if you put them through this 4-stage process that I talked about, maybe you realize that, I gave some people unconditional trust that I shouldn't have given them. And so it was mandatory for them to hurt me because I didn't do my own due diligence. And so now that I know what to do better, I can do better. Yes? I hope this helps you. So always go back to you. Always, 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 always go back to you and ask yourself, did I do my due diligence with regards everybody? Yeah? I love you.